So yeah, you've been disarmed, Bull has been disarmed. Before he got to you...
I did that.
Before he got to you, he got warped away, so you still have your stuff.
Allis, you should go and disarm so that we don't want to raise suspicion.
Dude.
What?
I somehow made a mark that doesn't work with the rest of my marks.
I'll leave my short sword, my light crossbow, and my oaken leg. I want to keep my hand crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep that. And my dagger. Both hidden.
Okay.
I don't expect to need them, but
okay,
that's just me.
Alright, so you guys aren't exactly sure where to go. He was going to show you the way, but a little wandering about until one of the other servants finds you and directs you into the proper room, and you walk in to see Sir Nathaniel at the far end of a study. Stack of papers on one side of his desk, stack of papers on the other side of his desk, and he's just, oh damn, yes, you gotta get this balanced, yes. Oh, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. How can I help you, young people?
Does he react to our makeup?
That's the pause.
Oh.
It's like, people, are you okay?
We had eggs blow up in our face.
Thank you for asking.
You did a favor for the John man, and he gave you thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you can see, it was
Yes.
interesting.
Do you want to be cleansed, or do you want to just drop glitter all over my rug that will never come out?
Sorry about that.
Yes, I'm sure you are. He kind of gets a hold of himself as well.
I was having fun though.
If you don't mind pleading us, that'd be great. But we'll pay you.
You can do it. We can do it after.
No, better to take care of it now. He opens up a drawer, he pulls out a wand, and he goes, prestidigitation. And you just see sort of a flow of wind go around you, lifting every single piece of glitter as it goes around and around and around you.
Doesn't prestidigitation not actually clean you? Like it's still there?
I always thought it cleaned you.
Prestidigitation is like a minor illusion.
It's minor party tricks. It can ignite something small. It can create a smell.
Okay. It does actually do stuff. It's just that it's not like...
Got it.
It's not particularly useful.
Yeah.
Except for cleaning.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So it lifts all the glitter, and
that's why I didn't do it before, because that's what I had assumed. I'm like, I'm still gonna trail glitter behind me.
Right.
It just won't look like it.
Yeah. It'll just look like it comes up behind me, like just.
Hey, poop glitter.
Yeah. So, and so he does that. You can see basically these trails of glitter lift up and come into his desk. And he's like, and much better. So, how can I help my humble friend? How can this humble servant help his friend? And you can see he actually has a rag, attached to his desk that he and he's wiping his hands on. It's like a dedicated part of his desk. How can this humble administrator help his violent, turmoil-driven friends? I mean that in the best possible way.
Of course. Sarcasm aside, we came to just speak with you about an alliance that you offered.
Yes.
Quite wish to be at odds given the current situation.
Oh, I agree. I very much agree. In fact, I believe I can help you.
Really?
You plan to take over all of Northport, I assume.
Oh, of course.
Oh, good. We're on the same page. This is wonderful. Oh, where are my manners? Please, have a seat. Let me draw you a chair. And he pulls a wand from another drawer and literally draws a chair in midair. and then splits it into 4 and, like, guides it to arrange itself around the front. Actually, 2 on each side of his side of the desk. So, like, it's not in the main room. It's, like, the comfortable spot around him. So you're actually on either side of him. And then he's like, oh, little parlor tricks here and there. I do enjoy entertaining, after all. So you want an alliance. I know. Such a thing is paltry and unimportant amongst friends.
Of course.
You'll find that word gets thrown around quite a bit.
The word friends?
That who?
Oh.
The word friends? Yeah, I've noticed it's thrown around quite a bit very lightly.
Yes, well, I do not mean it lightly. John Mann, he looks around like he's seeing to see if, someone's going to pop out of the woodwork, is a unique individual.
I've noticed. Well, we've noticed.
And a very dangerous one.
We've also noticed that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've noticed. Your insistence, your performance in giving him exactly what he wanted in full was a surprise. A nasty surprise to some. Me personally, I'm not entirely worried, although it was a bit faster than I had hoped he would get that gem.
So you know what the gem is for then?
Yeah.
Oh, I know of the gem. I believe one of those accursed Duergar were holding it, and I thank you for taking him down.
The Duergar?
Natural racial enemies of the dwarves, my boy.
Oh,
Much like your kind in the drow.
my apologies.
No. How would you know? This is. We don't like to tell everyone we're racist towards the dark people. It's a dirty little secret, but it's true. And so, you took him down, I assume. You didn't barter.
No, he wasn't willing to barter.
So,
We also couldn't speak his language, so that doesn't help.
that would be a hard point. But even if you had, I highly doubt he would have allowed you to willingly take the crystal, because he was aware of what it did. Now, you may have been able to stop all this kerfuffle that's risen since, but that's beside the point. The first thing we should really concern ourselves with is making sure that there is still a Northport to rule. Yes?
That is very true. Pursuant to that, I do have a fragment of that crystal that would be of any use in stabilizing.
Well, I hear Ilsa is actually working on that bit. For as muscle-bound as she is, she actually has a good team of mages and has a good idea of what to do. That being said, learn from your experience with John Mann. Don't give it to her all at once. Make her pay bit by bit. It's just good business. Speaking of, assuming that we can keep Northport in more or less one piece, you wish to rule it. I am in the way of that.
In what way?
Well, I rule a significant portion of it. So,
I don't see that as a problem.
Well, I am very grateful that you see it that way. I was going to offer that you leave the accounting to me. I'll run the books for you.
Depends. Do you like to keep the money? Or do you just like to touch the money? You like to dive in it?
I think if you're doing all... I think if you're running the books, you do deserve some payment.
Oh, well, I just wish to stay here, and I have a few research projects on the side, and I don't like to be bothered that much. I don't need a whole lot.
Insight!
Roll it.
seems pretty straightforward. Like,
What did you get?
19.
Any bonuses?
Well, it's 13 plus 6.
Roll with advantage. Okay, never mind. You in particular, see danger signs. Something's wrong about the way he's speaking. And it's taking you hearing him speak up until this point to realize what it is. He sounds like your father. He's speaking with a very, very slight, infernal accent. He should be speaking with a very slight dwarven accent.
So I can see my own kin.
Yeah, that's why I tried to give you advantage with it, because it's like, one, you're looking in the right place, but two, something's up and you would be the one to find out.
So you're looking to make a deal?
Always. And he does it.
Do I have anything for that? For all I had for that.
And he looks at you, Damien.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I mean, like, as long as it's not a bad deal.
hmm?
If it works out for both of us, that's the best way, right?
Well, tell you what. The current nobility pocket 50% of what Northport makes. 10% given to each of the noble houses. If you were to take over, that whole 50%, assuming you took no partners, would go to you. I merely ask that I maintain my 10%. And I will forego an increase for safety. It's going to be turmoil. Things are going to be a bit up in the air. But I'll run the businesses for you. I can even help with the businesses you have now.
Dude, I'm about ready to just be like, I'm in.
so you took over the conversation.
Well, I was just kind of like.
Well, no, you did, and so we're looking at you like, kind of silently listening.
Of course, if you need time to consider it, that's more than reasonable. We're talking about the future of an entire city and all of the souls within.
Go ahead and write something up for us.
Certainly.
And are you specifically wanting to be in charge of money, or do you think you could do some like informational type stuff?
Question: did I mention in John Mann's letter about something he had?
The weapon.
Okay. And that Sir Nathaniel had the last piece?
No.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know about that. He did?
He did say that.
Okay. I didn't see it coming up, and I was like, I wanted to make sure before we passed this point that it was brought up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gather all the information about this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just specifically like I forgot what those guys are called now.
An accountant?
Accountant. Are you specifically an accountant, or can you do like information and all that kind of stuff in there?
I could expand a bit.
Okay. Well, maybe we can walk down that line when it comes.
Definitely.
I don't see any problems with this, but once we get it in on paper,
Of course.
that might be a little bit better.
Certainly.
That way we don't walk around each other's.
Yes, it is best to put up a fence so that each other's boundaries don't get crossed. It's only neighborly. And by the way, I am very grateful that you're taking this attitude towards it all. The other nobles have been very...
I'm a businessman myself.
they've been very hostile towards me, saying I'm cheating them and such. You're more than welcome to check the books. Anytime you wish, day or night. I don't really sleep these days. But...
Neither do I.
So, just pop in whenever you need, and I'll lay bare all the numbers for you.
Can I roll an insight because I'm suspicious about how he deals with the numbers?
Sure.
I don't have a. Well, hold on. My perception.
It's down on the B0.
0. Okay.
Into the salad bowl. That's
The cauliflower stopped it. You need to roll
You
again.
want me to keep that?
Roll it again. Cauliflower.
No, I called a 20, not a flower.
You see, this is what happens when you bring healthy snacks.
Get in the way.
Okay, that's an 11.
11. You're not sure if he's trying for survival and he's scared, or if he's just adapting to a new situation.
What were you rolling for?
Insight.
Trying to like see if he's cooking the numbers somehow.
Well, I don't mind that.
You get the idea that he's being very upfront about the numbers, and he is making a big point of it.
It's his experiments and stuff like that that are.
He's doing something else.
Well, that's the thing. You are not sure if he is doing so because he has nothing to hide, or he knows that he has a very, very, very good blind in place. You didn't roll high enough. You do get the idea those are the two options. You are not sure which one it is.
Could also be that he's afraid and he wants to prove that he's useful.
You do get the hint that there is something he's not bringing up or something that he's hiding. And he's just very glad that no one's like staggered into the conversation in that general direction.
I'm going to roll insight as well.
Go for
it. 17.
17. You get the same feeling he does. You lean, in your opinion, towards the idea that he doesn't have much to hide. The vast majority of his numbers are probably good. However, he is hiding something. And that is what he probably has very, very well camouflaged.
So he probably knows that he has what's his name wants. But
If that is what it is. True. No one's brought it up. It could be that it's like, oh yes, that's my paperwork right here there.
do we want to ask him?
Oh yeah, John Mann did mention that you had something.
No, not that.
No?
Yeah,
No, you
had
don't wanna-
something.
No,
You
you
have
don't want to.
something.
You don't want to approach it directly. You want to just be like, so, John Mann.
Well, he did. He did say it directly.
Okay. John Mann, it seems like he only keeps you around if he needs you for something. So what did he need you for?
Well,
He does the books, man.
here's the thing. John Mann, you notice that all of the other nobles have a purpose, except for Lord Arcturus. His job is much more subtle. But, for the most part, all of the nobles have a very well-defined job. John Mann's is weapons. You know, the weaves. He mass-produces his own. He has basically made it possible for every person in Northport to get within some sort of magical weapon as long as they can pay.
I see.
He does this from his home. He doesn't leave. He has never left. I'm nearly 300 years old, my boy. Spent most of it here in Northport. He has never left that house.
Maybe he is incapable.
I highly doubt there is much that that being is not capable of. But he knows where he is invulnerable. And that house is a death trap to his enemies. You saw it at the dinner. So much as a pointed finger in the wrong direction, and you are poof,
So I do the tedious numbers that keep his materials flowing.
And you stay alive.
My business pulls in merchants, mages, all sorts of types. When I find a good mage, I make them an offer. I have a fairly good research team. All of the nobles do. You have to keep an edge somewhere. Half of them are bought and paid for in other nobles' houses, spying on the like. I have my ways of making sure mine stay pure. Excuse me. But they're working on something for him, and it's taking a longer time than he'd like.
Do you have any idea of what he's using the crystal for?
Well, the crystal was originally a planar anchor. It helped define where one plane began and another stopped. Who had the 17 insight?
Me.
Did you have higher than that?
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, no. Yes, I did.
You two. When he talks about how the project is taking longer, you catch a little grin that he tries to hide. You get the idea that either it's like he's playing it along, or there's some secret in there.
Is the piece that you're keeping making it take that long?
I'm sorry? What?
John Madden said you had a piece of it.
Oh, no. The crystal. The crystal. Yeah. No, you mean his big project?
Yeah.
Yes, I have a piece of it.
I'm suspecting that would finish it.
Most likely, but at the same time, I really don't think so. I don't know what he would want it for.
Why won't John Mann just attack you and take what he wants?
He can't leave his house. Or he won't leave his house.
He won't leave his house, and he doesn't do things that directly. You are the most direct force he's wielded in the past 200 years.
Well, we couldn't fight him.
Do you think getting him this stuff that he needs would make things go away or be faster, or is it just scary to try?
The only time I've ever seen John Mann happy is when something has started to come together. There have been certain phases. When the first time he made a weave, he practically grinned like a Cheshire cat for all of 5 minutes. And it was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. But he's been grinning off and on since you showed up. And I don't know if it means good for us or bad for us. The question remains, if he gets what he wants, what is it? And what can it do? And what would he be willing to do with it?
Changing the subject from speculation to something that we can be more certain about. Well, it's probably still speculation. We're having some trouble in our mines that we recently took over from the previous noble family.
Oh yes, the undead uprising. Yeah.
Well, it seems like it might not. It might just be more than an undead uprising, because see, our miners are disappearing and coming back stitched together. I think.
Oh dear.
There might be a remnant of the former house doing this. What do you think this might be? Who do you think is responsible for this?
Well, I couldn't really tell you. All of my expertise really lies in numbers. I will say that the number of men going into those mines and the number of men coming out of those mines and the paychecks being issued therefore have been dwindling over the past few years. This isn't the first time that people have gone missing the bottom. It's just that now it's been much more obvious. The whole echoing people's names and words and such is a new touch. But for the longest time, more people have gone in than have come out, almost regularly.
Sacrifices?
Well, I wouldn't know.
Something's going on down there.
I always figured the house you took over was in charge and had that under control. Wasn't really my business prior to. Oh, excuse me.
I'm wondering if them having the mind flare was somehow controlling or keeping.
Something in control, whatever it is.
Yeah, something under, keeping them under. So, like, they have the head mind flare, and they was able to get the rest of them to do what they wanted and leave the miners alone because of that.
Allis says that to me via telepathy, and then I'll say to him, speaking of things that likely weren't your business, did you know that house had enslaved a mind flayer?
No.
We found it chained up in their basement.
And you killed it.
Of course.
See, that's the thing. We didn't want to fight it. And we set it free. And it owes us a debt now, or so it said.
Ooh. You really like taking other people's risks for them, don't you?
Indeed.
Oh.
You just like taking their dignity.
You know, I can respect that.
Boom.
Fascinating. Do you know this mind flayer's name?
How do you? I think he did tell us his name. We just don't remember it.
How are you intending to get in touch with him? Guess I'm tight.
I don't remember my nose.
Well, we never thought we'd want to.
We'll go back through the recordings and find it.
Oh, yes.
Well, we never thought we'd want to get
The
back in touch.
archives, yes.
Well, we never thought we'd want to get back in touch with the mind flayer.
That is usually the attitude to adjust, to adopt. Good grief. Let free a mind flare. You've got bigger stones than me.
I don't know, he seemed nice. It seemed like a nice guy.
You're like, I have never heard that mind flare and nice in the same sentence.
Seemed like a nice guy.
Have you heard of or met a mind flare before?
Yeah, the one that let go.
He was pretty nice.
You do realize that the mind flayers are most commonly seen as slavers on the surface.
Exactly.
That's
That's what we're
job.
trying to get to.
Well, I will not
But we have
criticize.
something in common.
I will not criticize your chosen businesses as long as it makes a profit. Why? This is going to be interesting.
And honestly, I'm kind of like, the point is like, should we just help? Damn, what's his name? John Mann, with his thing, so he leaves.
How is he going to leave?
We don't know.
We don't think he's from here.
I think he's
That's
we're thinking about
probably a
trying to
good
get
guess.
back to wherever he's from.
Yes,
If we get rid of him, then
By
get rid of
what?
us.
But by what method?
Whatever method he's trying.
Yes, that has taken 200 years and a wide variety of items to create.
Mhm.
Started off with
It also seems like he's making the most progress now that we're here.
well, the last hardest pieces, yes. That 3-mile drop is one that most people kind of balk at. You guys just jumped in.
That
was fun.
It was pretty fun, yeah.
Oh, oops.
So, you understand why he's been waiting a while for that one. 3 miles of rope is a bit much to carry. Did you have an exit plan when you jumped?
No, never mind. We can't.
Fascinating.
That's classified. We can't talk about
Yeah.
that.
We had a bag.
I love how you were like, no. Wait, no, that's classified. You don't get to know that.
Well, to get back, we winged it.
Come again?
Mine didn't have. How the heck did you get out? Did you just fly?
Oh yeah,
down?
mine did. Yeah.
Yeah, you-
Mine didn't have legs.
What?
What?
Cripple.
What?
We're making fun of him, and it's just like, huh? Sorry, don't mind us.
I fear the consequences if I don't, mind you.
But
Anyway,
that's what makes it fun.
I will draw up a contract for us, and I will try to take into account some of your more suicidal urges and
What's it?
job.
Just don't raise our insurance rates, okay?
Oh, no, consider that keep paid off.
Is there
Life
anything that
insurance.
we could do for you to get that last piece?
What is that last
John
piece
Mann's
anyway?
going for? Oh yeah, that's true.
The last piece that John Mann needs is a circular rod, about as long as this table or his desk, and about that wide, and it weighs about 500 pounds.
A rod? What?
A rod
A rod of what?
of a shining silver metal. It's not mithril. Weighs 100 times mithril's weight. One of the hardest metals I've ever seen. There's nothing magic about it.
Sounds impressive.
Lead.
So what did he do? Like get metal?
Shining.
Get metal from the core of a
That's
neutron
shiny.
star?
Lead's
Lead's dull.
Oh.
Yeah,
Very
that is
dull
the.
Extremely hard.
Cobalt.
Cobalt's blue.
What's the What's the
Not when it's
densest?
turned into a metal.
What's the densest earth metal? Densest earth metal is.
Tungsten.
Harder.
Is it fantasy or real element?
Is real.
Oh, okay.
I think I have this right.
Aluminum? Were you thinking aluminum or
No, dense.
or stainless steel?
Tungsten's pretty.
Tungsten's hefty. It is. This
I
is
think-
more dense.
I think the only thing heavier than that is lead.
Is it osmium?
Close.
Okay, so it is.
Thorium.
Thorium is radioactive.
I know. Uranium. Aha.
It's a uranium rod. Okay.
Oh my god.
No way. He's making a nuke.
The ultimate weapon.
Boom.
That is
But
true.
we get to use it
Where?
I want to try it first.
We get one use.
What's this button do?
Push the. Oh. Damn.
Ollie.
Pretty.
Holy shit, can I eat it?
Mushrooms.
We're rich. We're rich. Sorry. Mushroom. We're rich.
What?
Honestly, I just saw it in shitpost videos. I don't even know what it is. I'll look it up.
Huh. How many people have died touching that rod?
Well, that's the odd part. Just in casual study, there have been a number of casualties. It's been most unnerving. I actually had to encase it in its own room because, while not magical, it does seem to attack those around it.
Mushroom. Mushroom.
Oh!
Oh, it's the game.
I know.
Which one is that?
This is the one that I made you play with me and
Is that the
Deep Rock.
dwarf one?
Deep Rock Galactic, yeah.
Yeah, you broke it.
You gotta slap the dice for luck before you go down. It's such a it's a pretty fun game.
How the heck would we get it without dying?
Isn't Deep Rock Galactic like Helldivers?
No.
I just be like, oh, you mean it's radioactive? What's radio?
What?
And why is it active?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
That metal rod is most certainly not from this plane, and
It's not from this time.
Why not? Just because no one's identified it.
Look, I found this rock. Why is my skin melting? Don't touch it. It's bad.
Guys, look, this rock glows. I'm gonna put it in a lamp and hold it above above my table, so all my people will have shiny light.
Can I make some bolts out of that?
Why does my hair hurt?
You're gonna have a range of like 5 feet.
Oh.
It's one of those things where like you pull the trigger and your hand goes in, and then the bolt just drops. So the string isn't strong enough. It moves the crossbow, not the other way around.
What's wrong, Russ?
What? Like, dimension door? Hold this.
Just Thor's hammer someone with it.
Yeah.
Just crawl.
There's a
Well,
black hole inside.
we're talking to Nathaniel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're rich.
There's mushrooms. Yes.
Alright, never mind. I don't think I want to give them anything anymore. No, I'm gonna keep. I'll keep role playing. Be like, so what would it take for us to be able to get that to him?
Oh well. There's that. Well, there is a study I'm trying to complete that I would really rather like to complete before handing it over. I'm sure Ilsa brought it up with you. We don't like to give him exactly what he wants when he wants it. It's kind of our only way of rebelling, sort of.
Gotcha. Well, we
But
have a
the-
little bit of time. We have to go take care of the mine first.
Yes,
So
yes.
maybe when we get back, you can have.
Do you need anything for your experiment that we can help with? Because apparently, we are doers.
Yes,
We-
yes, you are.
We are Home Depot people.
No, it will take some preparations to be able to transport it safely. If you try to put this thing in a bag of holding, it punches tiny little holes straight through it. And if you damage the inside of a bag of holding, well, the whole thing just vomits on your feet, basically. And that thing's heavy. So there will be some preparations that need to be made, and we have to finish the tests and so. Well, don't worry, it's not going anywhere. I give you my solid
Why
word on
don't
that.
you get the blue-eyed dude?
Fontaine?
Yeah. He
He won't go anywhere near it. It says it's screaming at him.
Oh,
All the Warforged are.
Screaming at him?
aren't the Warforged powered by like reactors of some sort?
They are made with organic and metallic.
Oh, they're still organic.
They're a hybrid. So
Okay.
they're metal chassis with organic components.
Okay.
So they
And when I say organic, I mean like
still hurt him.
living creatures as well as like plants and stuff like that. Like they have wood as part of their construction.
So the ionizing radiation would still affect him definitely.
Oh, yeah.
And then his machine parts are like, hey, that's dangerous, get the hell out.
Yeah.
Whereas
No,
some of
they
these-
won't.
Yeah.
There was a mishap one time where we accidentally locked a Warforged in there, and
I love that word, accidentally.
it did not go well. In the time it took us to unlock the door, he had torn himself limb from limb. I'll try to get some preparations done, and when you come back with your good news, we'll see to getting it started moving your way.
That works. I guess we have some other issues to solve.
So I would say so.
If you could, and if you have time, would you be able to send some of your mages to take a look at the sinkholes?
Oh, I suppose they're I believe one of my mages said there was some sort of aura of something around them.
Okay.
So I could arrange it for a few to start looking in. I assume you have your little Yelpers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, but we don't have that kind of magical knowledge in our repertoire.
No, that's fine. I'll have my people find your people. Best to have some oversight and keep everyone kind of watching each other, if that makes sense.
Sounds good. We're gonna go take care of the mines.
Excellent. That'll boost the sales revenue nicely, and seeing as your family is considered in charge of the mines, that should help boost popularity as well.
Yep.
you've taken a bit of a dip since this whole
Reality collapse thing happened.
event. It's generally been declared loudly and repeatedly by Ilsa that you are the ones to blame.
We might want her to stop doing that. Maybe not. Let's everyone know that we're powerful. If we're powerful enough to cause it, we're powerful enough to stop it. Everyone will fear us.
Well, that's firmly in your camp. So, well, we'll get that in the works, and I will have my people call your people.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
your butler drew one of the cards of the deck of many things. I
What?
thought I would mention. Yeah, he asked for all of our weapons, and I was going to give him the deck of many things because it can kind of do a lot, and I figured it'd be better in a safer spot, and he drew a card instead.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, it was the Black Joker. Which means this, and I...
Well, Gerald is rather tough. I think he might come back to us. Hopefully. Thank you for letting me know. I will instruct my people to be more careful with your gear in the future. You will need these then, and he pulls a satin pair of gloves. Otherwise, the drawers will not open for you.
Okay, thank you.
Gerald was special.
I saw that, yeah.
So, if that's all, then good hunting in the mines.
Oh, I'm ready.
Do try to keep the collapses to a minimum. There's been enough sinking in town, if you get my meaning. I wouldn't dare tell you how to do your job. Please tell me that you know I'm joking.
I know you're not joking, and I can assure you we'll do the best job possible, and we will not collapse the entire mine.
I am very appreciative.
That's how we make money.
And that's probably not what we'll do.
Dinner.
Alrighty.
Money.
We're rich.
Alright.
We're rich.
So, you guys head off to the mine now that we have a firm direction and we are at really close to time. We're going to call it there for this session.